Hi, Brian McElroy here with Inside Out Trading. And today we're going to talk about something fun. I love this topic because as traders, we're always looking for an edge. We want to have some insights, some way to, again, have some advantage over the markets so that we're not just in here betting against the house and waiting to get our money taken and get our butt kicked. We want to have an edge where we actually have a competitive advantage, so to speak. And that's where a whole lot of the schools of thought, great thinkers in the trading space have come up with stuff like Elliot Waves, perfect example. Fibonacci, awesome. These people, these groups have done tremendous things for the trading population, for the trading world, and thinking through some of this stuff. And really just having some insights into what's going on in the markets in general. Because remember, the markets, it's not a chart on your screen. The markets are people and computer algorithms, and it's not random. There is an order to the markets. This is not just a random space, some random number generator. Otherwise your charts would not look like they do back here. They would look like a scatter plot. But no, there's order to the markets. And by having some deep insights or some understanding of what's going on with the markets, is it market psychology, if you want to call it that, is really cool. So here's the whole thing. Again, we want to have some insights as to what's going on with the markets so that we can anticipate the response that the markets are going to do. Because when we're looking at the charts, if you think about every great strategy that's come about was from observing repeated things seen in the charts. And so that's where pretty much all the great strategies have come from. And it's because human nature doesn't change. People, the markets, are going to respond to certain events and generates fear or confidence. And it moves the price one way or the other. Then, of course, you have your individual players, you have your big market movers, the players that are big enough to actually move the markets, all that kind of stuff. It's a great game. But anyways, we see these things, we have some market insights, we see some repeated stuff on the charts, and then strategies get developed. And that's really awesome because now those strategies are saying we've got these little windows of predictability. Regardless of all the market uncertainty, we'll have these little moments where there's some predictability to the markets because there's a behavior pattern that's shown itself that we've seen before, and we can recognize it, get in at the beginning of it, and now for a short period of time, we know what to expect. It's not uncertainty. The only uncertainty, once we're started into a response pattern from the markets, the only uncertainty then is something going to disrupt the pattern. And usually, most of the time, if we're choosing our patterns when we're executing it well, most of the time it's going to play out, and we have our edge. That's where our edge comes from. And so, the main thing to understand, though, and this is really super important, doesn't matter if you've got the best strategy on the planet. If you can't execute it consistently, it doesn't matter. One thing I learned a long time ago, this is one of my favorite quotes. I hope everybody in the trading space gets this because you'll stop chasing strategies. You can take even an average strategy or a mediocre strategy, but if you can execute it consistently, that strategy will outperform and make more money than a great strategy that is executed inconsistently. The secret sauce is in the consistent execution. That's where the money's made over the long haul in trading. Yeah, you can have a great strategy, you can have all the market psychology insights, all that kind of stuff. If you can't execute your great strategy consistently, you're going to have a hard time making money. Your inconsistency is going to kill your bottom line. But if you have even a decent strategy and you can execute that baby consistently, cool. Now you're getting there. Now, here's the thing. Consistency is more than just discipline. Oh, I've got the strategy. Just stick to it. No, we're talking about trading is a performance activity. It's not just do the thing. We have to be good at this. And you have to have confidence in what you're doing. Confidence comes from experience with your own hands. And there, of course, there's the catch-22. I heard this from tons of traders, experienced it myself. It's I want to have confidence in my system where I don't have that doubt in the heat of the moment and I'm second guessing everything. I want to have confidence in my strategy, but man, I just can't seem to stick to it long enough without screwing up to have confidence in it. But I need to stick to it long enough to build the confidence. And so it's this catch-22. So you have to have a better way to go about it than just trying to force it. So force of will, just stick to my system. That's really the hard way to do it. It's kind of trying to stick to a diet. Everybody knows how New Year's resolutions go. Usually they don't work. You have to have something better than just a resolution. I'm going to stick to it. Or other psychological hacks, or like I say, looking for some mommy daddy issue or some childhood trauma. Of course, you experienced childhood trauma. We all did. We were children. It was a trauma. There was traumatic things that happened. but we got past it and we managed to be functioning adults. Cool. So really, it's about having a process to build the confidence, to do it right, to build the skill and execution so that you know you're good trading it. That's where you really need the help. And that's where I would love to help you. That's where I teach a pretty unique process called profit assurance. You can find out more about it over here at insideouttrading.com. You can swing by there, and if you want to book a call with me, we can talk about it. We can talk about what's going on with your trading, what's holding you back, what you've been running into, making things rough, how to get you past that. And so you can book a call with me if you want. Otherwise, I've got some free information, different resources. I've got a free report, I got videos, got a scorecard, a self-assessment you can take. So I've got some different resources for you for free at my website. If you want to book a call with me, cool, let's do that. Let's get you unstuck. If your trading is not performing the way you want, if it's not delivering, if it's not as much fun and it's not as profitable as you would like, you're capable. You just need to fill the gaps in your training. Because I guarantee you, once you have a handle on all the skills you need for this job and you're focusing on getting good with this, it's not that tough. That's the cool thing about it. I can almost guarantee you your day job is probably more challenging than trading once you have the skill set. Seriously. Most people who come to me, they're the professionals, engineers, project managers, software designers. And I can easily look at them and probably business owners and say, what you do all day, every day for your job is way more sophisticated and challenging than trading is. And you handle that just fine because you have the skill set. Trading is no different. You get skilled up, you get the right training, you get the right preparation for this job, you'll do fine. And it won't be an emotional ride because your emotions come up because you're not fully prepared for it. You run into situations where you're not ready to deal with that situation. That's why it's screwy. And of course, the mental damage from your early days trading and taking a beating and not having the good training. But anyway, training is the way to get you through this, not education, not focus on just how to trick yourself into sticking to your system. Focus on getting good at this. When you get good at anything, it gets easier. Trading is no different. So focus on getting good at this. And that's what I love to help you with. That's what I do at insideouttrading.com. That's what all these videos are about. When I publish videos, it's how to get good at trading. It's how to become the trader you would love to be. And so if you find this valuable, subscribe to my channel. You'll get notified when I publish videos. And I'm just here to, again, help you become a better trader so trading gets easier and more profitable for you. If you like this video, so the YouTube gods know that they should put it in front of other people. And if you have friends who trade, share it with them. Post it on your Facebook page or Instagram or whatever. And again, I'm here to help you. So I would love to. And I hope this has been helpful. If it has, awesome. Swing by Inside Out Trading. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.